What is up, everybody? This is Recap Rewind. I'm J-Lag.
And I'm NB.
And this episode is recapping and reviewing Siesta Key, Season 3, Episode 3. And it's called, Where's My Apology?
And don't forget, guys, stick around for the ending because we are going to go through our recap roundups, our best moments, our best lines. So be sure to stick around for that.
And as always, to our continuing listeners and our brand new ones, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the episode,
y'all. It was good. It was good.
So before we even begin the episode and like what our thoughts were, can I just quickly mention the fact that they completely cut Carly Rae Jepsen?
Yo, we can't even cut to the feeling anymore. What is going on?
We can't cut to the feeling.
I'm like, cheese. It's
So
like worse
cheese.
than the Hillary Duff Coming Clean Laguna Beach song. It's
The
like
remix,
we really liked it.
Everything just is too much. I couldn't deal with it. I was like, what is this garbage? If Carly Rae Jepsen is out, then I'm out. Like, I can't not.
Oh, are you out? Okay, let's just turn this off right now.
Okay.
Ready?
Bye.
And go. Bye.
No. What did you think of the episode?
Episode was great. I really liked it. I really, really liked it.
I feel like every episode has like this like ultimate moment at the end of every episode where like
Always. It has to. Yeah.
I'm just like, so much of this has to be staged. There's no way that all of
For
this is
sure.
like planned out in their lives. Like it just doesn't like.
Okay,
there's
let's
no
get
way.
into the episode. Let's get into it
Yeah.
because I want to talk to you about so many things.
Okay, so starting right off at the top, Cara and Garrett are like literally she's dragging him, right? That's
Yeah.
what's happening.
See, like their relationship, and I do want to talk to you about this this episode because like so much happens between the two of them, and like
Yeah.
it opens up with like obviously like they fucked and he stayed over. And he's basically like, he wants her. He's like, let's go out today. He's like, I want to see my friend who had a baby.
Yeah.
She's like, a baby.
A
And he's
baby.
like, yeah. She's like, I'll let you know. And she's like, I need
She's
to
like,
go
I'll
see
text
the
you when you
Chloe's bump."
leave my bed.
So
okay?
she's
Like-
obviously pulling away, and like she doesn't want this like full out serious thing with Garrett. What do you think about her reaction to him like wanting to actually like see her and be with her, but like she's not down for that?
Are we talking about like the entire episode, or are we just talking about this moment?
Well, this moment too, but as a whole, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I was really cheesed with her this episode. I was like, okay, if you're over it, then you need to move on. Like,
Yeah,
you literally
yeah.
need to cut him out, and you need to be like, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
But she obviously, I think the problem with her is she really doesn't know what she wants. I think she tells
Mhm.
herself, this is not what I want because like I'm young and like I'm fun and I'm cute and pretty and smart and I'm rich. Like she doesn't want the life that he's setting out for them. But I think that like a part of her does because she wouldn't
100%.
she wouldn't keep
Exactly.
dragging him through it if she didn't feel that way a little bit. You
Yeah.
know? So
And like she
I
even
think-
does say at one point, she's like, he's such a nice guy. Like in her heart, she knows that she does want him.
knows.
But here's the thing. And whatever happened between Carrot over the summer or over the winter, when she went back home and he didn't go after her and he didn't go visit her, I think that really hurt her. I think she was like, she opened up herself to him and like he didn't chase her. And
Right.
now coming back, she's playing the tough girl role because she's like, you didn't fucking come chase me. You hurt me. Like I told you I loved you and like you didn't even fucking like care. And so I think she's trying to play this side of it now too because she was hurt by him and she doesn't know how to
Yeah.
play like the other role. Like even Alex says it like later on. He's like, you're just that cold-hearted like girl.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you're like an
you know,
evil
like that's
soul.
who
Yeah.
she is. I think Garrett tried to change her and like probably changed her a little bit and she realized that and like it scared the fuck out of her, you know?
She's like, I don't want to be real. She's like, bye. I'm gonna be fake
She's
now.
like, nose job.
Yeah, I feel like she's like that person. Like she doesn't know how to accept happiness, like real love and real
Real,
happiness.
yeah. And I think what I like about them is that I do think they were real and I think that they were really effing cute together. And so I feel like
Yeah.
we're always drawn back to their story and like, you know, seeing them at the end, how Garrett's like, I do try. He's like, I call you every night. He's like, you're pushing me away.
Yeah.
And it's so obvious that's what's happening as she's fucking walking away.
She's like,
she can't
he's
even
like, you're
talk to the
pushing me
guy.
away. You're pushing me away.
Yeah.
And she's like, bye. Like she just
Yeah.
disappears.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny. I will say, like, just really, really quickly, shout out to Juliette's voiceover for being fucking hilarious.
Oh
this
my God.
episode.
Amazing. Like,
Hilarious.
I love that it's just her now. They're not
Yeah.
constantly switching people. And she's always like, ugh, these two, or like, ew, this person. Like, it's from her
Yeah.
perspective, and it's so funny.
It was like Lizzie McGuire. It's like adult Lizzie McGuire. So like she
Yeah.
pops in whenever and she's like, what the fuck is happening in this scene?
Yeah.
Like it's so funny. Anyway, because she says it when like she sees them in the beginning of the episode. She's like, I'm sorry, what's happening here? Like, obviously, this is weird. Like, why is
Yeah.
he in her bed? But anyway,
Yeah.
I did love that.
Because when she texted him, like, come over, she's like, we all know what that means. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
we do, Juliet. We
Thanks
do.
for being so real, girl. Um, Another couple that we need to talk about is Amanda and Brandon.
I love
Let's
them.
talk about
I
it.
love them.
You love them, eh? Like you're like
I think they are
hearts on.
such a good time. Like, I think they're not like good for like, I don't think they're gonna last, but I think
Right.
they are such a good time together. I think they are both so positive and like they get lit, they have a good time, and they want to enjoy their summer. Like ultimately, like he needed to find someone who was gonna get lit with him the entire
Right.
summer, and that's exactly what he found. So I'm
Yeah,
so happy for the both of them.
I agree.
And they
I
look good
agree.
together, like super, like they look like fire, like they're
Yeah,
fire together.
they look good
So
together. I would agree with you that like it's young love, like, and it's like whatever, like they're enjoying themselves. At the end of
yeah,
the day, like this episode reminded me how young they are. Like he's like, I'm celebrating my 24th birthday. I'm like, 24.
I know, I
I
know.
was like, you're so young. So as
Okay, we're
soon
not
as
that old, J-Lag.
I mean, no, but like 24 is young for
I
them.
know.
For me to expect them to be like mature grown
For
adults. Like, you
sure.
know
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean?
Having
So
said that, I do feel like Brandon, since the whole ish incident in the first episode, I do feel like Brandon has behaved appropriately since
uh
then.
I mean,
I
it's
think
the
the way
edit.
he handles
I
himself at his own party with Madison was like really like he didn't get overly drunk. He didn't like get dramatic. He just said, "Know your place. You can't talk to me like that
yeah,
anymore. Goodbye." And I was like, "Wow."
yeah.
Like if that was like season 1 Brandon, he'd be like rapping in her face, like crying so emotional, like getting on a stage and like spitting bars. And like that's not who we saw this episode.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I also think at the same time, like, yeah, he's growing a little bit, but at the same time, I just think that he, um, I can't blame him 100% because I feel like the editing really fucks him up and makes him look like a total douchebag sometimes.
I don't
Um,
Yes, in the past, I think Brandon has been the most annoying character. This season, I'm not hating him as much. And maybe that's because first of all, he cut his hair and he looks so much better with like short hair. Um and then I think him and Amanda like do have a good vibe together, and like even when they were talking like when they were rollerblading whatever.
yeah,
And they were like just talking about like things, and it sounds like they agree on so many things together,
right.
like especially about Robbie. That was
Yeah.
hilarious.
They're like Robbie sketchy. He's like,
Yeah.
same. It's like
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Speaking of Robbie, let's quickly talk about them and their relationship and
'Cause
his relationship with
wait,
Kelsey as well.
can we also quickly mention how Amanda said that Robbie took her phone in
I
that
wanted to
moment?
talk about it at the very end because like
Oh,
we
okay,
get
okay.
evidence, but yeah, we'll talk about
Okay,
that
but
in a second.
so what did you think when she said it in the beginning? Did you believe her in the beginning?
I didn't believe her because I'm like, of course you're gonna blame him. Like he's obviously
Yeah.
like the one person. That being said, I always blame the new person in a group of friends if anything ever goes missing. Like
Oh,
he
okay.
he is the new guy, you know what I mean? So like of course I'd be like, yeah, like who's Robbie anyway? Like maybe he
I
did
was
steal my
just like
phone.
I was just like, he knows there's cameras around, right? Like he wouldn't steal anything that blatantly.
He's
That's
not
what I
that
said.
stupid, but
But
he
he's not that
is.
stupid. Let's fast forward.
Like fast
42
forward
minutes later.
to the part where like you actually see him pick up the phone. Um
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
sorry,
really
Kelsey
quickly,
and
the next
yeah.
morning, it's Julia and Kelsey's place. They're cleaning up because the place looks like shit. And Robbie's basically like, "Yeah, that was crazy. That was weird." Juliet comes out of her room being like, "I'm not apologetic about
Wait,
anything."
can
What?
we first talk about how Robbie was like, I don't get into fights. He's like, I don't like conflict. He's
Like,
like, I can't hurt my face. This is my moneymaker. I
this is
was
my
like,
moneymaker.
fucking biatch. Like you're
Get out
so
of here,
annoying.
bro. Get
Ew.
out of
Even
here.
Kelsey was like, ugh. Like you could see on her face. Like she's like,
Yeah, she's just like
weirdo.
smiling, very like nervous. So she's like,
Yeah.
"Cool." Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, and so Juliet comes out and she's like, "Do I still look pretty even though I'm like really
She was
hungover?"
like, She
And I'm
like
like,
has her hair sticking
bitch,
out of the side of her head, her
like,
eyelashes like
girl,
on her face. He's
what
like,
is
you
your,
always
where
look
are your
pretty.
priorities? Like, come on.
He's like, is the camera on? Is the camera on? Yeah, you always look pretty. Oh my God. I was like, shut the fuck up. You're
He's like,
so
the
annoying.
sun is hitting your face like you're a goddess of the world. Like, shut
Yeah.
up.
He's like, your
Um,
eyelash on your upper lip is like meant to be there. Like, shut the fuck up.
um, yeah. So anyway, Kelsey basically says, like, are you sorry for punching Chloe? And Juliet's like, I really don't care. I didn't really want her to be here in the first place. Why am I around these people? Then it cuts to Chloe and Madison's place. And Chloe, Cara, and Madison are just talking. Turns out that Chloe filed a police report. She's like, I ain't fucking around. I'm filing a police report. And essentially, all she needs to do is press charges in order for the police report or the police to go and arrest Juliet for violence. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah. So the police report is not an actual like what's it called?
it's
Like
like,
she didn't they can't arrest her. It's like literally just
no,
saying that like this is what happened to me last
this is what
night, went to a
happened. Yeah.
party, and
Like
that's it.
he took a statement essentially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So there's that. And Chloe's playing a very interesting game, and we'll talk about it at the end of the episode because I really don't know how to feel about how she's doing this, and I would love your opinion on it. But we'll talk about it in a second. Jared and Kelsey. What did you think of
Yeah.
Jared and Kelsey?
Oh my God. I love them together. I was like dying over the scene. It was so freaking cute.
Like for
They
me,
ha- they
Jared and
have like
Kelsey over
they have
Amanda and
legit
Brandon.
chemistry. Like they have
Yeah.
legit like I feel like she can be her real self in front of him,
Yeah.
and he's so chill. He is such a cute guy. Like he's just like that guy that like makes you laugh, but like is
Yeah.
still confident. They're just so freaking cute together. Like I just can't even say anything bad about them at
And
all.
he's just, yeah, he just seems like a fun guy. Like he seems like he's funny and fun and
Like
you,
makes fun of himself.
yeah,
Like
makes fun of
you
himself. He
know,
talks about like how he like got jacked, but he also wants a dad bod. I was like, yeah,
yeah. Like he's
go
so
for it, bro.
cute. Yeah, he's so
He
cute.
also,
And
again,
we've
thinks
known
that,
he's cute. Like we always liked him from the start when he
yeah,
came. But she, like seeing Kelsey in this state where like she seems so relaxed and like
yeah, she's
confident
like
and
being
like just
herself.
goofy and like being herself. I'm like, girl, like this is good for you.
Like to go on a first date, even if it wasn't a date, like and have like mud and dirt all over your face and like be okay with that. Like that's a pretty proper move to make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's like, don't look at me, and he's like, it's all good. You still pretty.
Oh
Like
yeah, for sure.
I thought it was adorable. And on top of that, Jared thinks that Robbie's a snake, so like obviously we love him even more.
Of
Because
course.
he does tell Kelsey at this moment, like, yo, like he was clapping in the background while Chloe was getting
Yeah.
kicked out. And
She's like,
Kelsey's like,
"What?"
yo,
She's like,
what
"He
the
was
hell?
clapping?" Like, cause I guess Kelsey missed a
Yeah,
part of
she
like that
didn't see
whole
that part.
scene. He's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, he was fully fucking clapping when they were like fighting each other."
Yeah.
Um, yeah, he's such a weirdo.
Such a fucking weirdo. So then it cuts to Juliet and Kelsey talking, and um Kelsey tells Juliet, just as an FYI, Madison had told me that Chloe just filed a police report, so she's gonna enact it if like you don't resolve this. And Juliet says something really interesting. She says, I don't want like bad people around me, and she's just another bad person trying to take me down. Do you think that Juliet has a good point?
Not at all. I don't think Chloe's trying to take her down at all. If anything, I feel like Chloe knows how powerful Juliet is. Like Juliet has it's true what they said about her later on, how she does have the most like IG followers, and like
Right.
I do feel like Juliet has the biggest fan base out of all of them. So I don't think Chloe would ever try to jeopardize her and try to bring her down. I think she wants to be the older sister, be the one that like takes care of her, is the one that's like important to Juliet. So I don't agree with that at all. I don't think Chloe's trying to do anything like shady.
And it's here's the thing, and this is how I feel about the situation. This is what I wanted to know from you is she says it in the beginning of the episode when she starts breaking down with Cara and Madison, and she's like, you know, if it was me, I would have already been here to apologize and say, I'm sorry for hitting you. And she's just not here. And she just got really upset about it. And then again, it cuts to her getting a phone call from Juliet and she doesn't answer. And she's
Mhm.
like kind of ranting to Madison. And basically, she says the same thing. She says, if it was me, then I would have like tried to find you and gone to like your house and I would have done this already. And like, it's almost like she's punishing Juliet in
Yeah,
a
she's
way,
playing it up. She's playing it up 100. She's playing it up.
which I feel like it's not
But it's for the
like in
show
that.
too, you know? Like
I
it's
know.
like the
I just think that
dramatics of it.
I think that Chloe likes to play the, and I'm not. I don't want to say manipulative. I think that's too harsh of a word, but it's almost like she wants to teach her a lesson by doing something that
Yeah,
she
yeah,
knows
for
she's
sure.
going to play into. Like
100%.
she knows that Juliet's not going to answer the phone, or she know like so Chloe will do all these things, so she finally gets what she wants out of it, which is a confrontation, which is what
Yeah.
happens at the end of the episode. So it's just one of those things where I'm just like, of course Chloe wants to have the upper hand with Juliet, but why? Like, why do you have to go to those great lengths for someone that
Because
you
it makes
would
her feel
consider a friend?
important. It gives her a storyline in the show. So
Yeah.
I get why she's playing that card.
Okay.
Do I
So
respect it? Not so much, but I get why she's playing it because it's the only card she has at this moment.
right. So anyway, she gets a phone message. It's like an apology, and she just doesn't answer. Then it cuts to Robbie and Juliet the next morning, and
Yeah.
she didn't get a response. So he helps her craft a fucking text. Like that was his advice.
I was literally throwing up this whole scene, so I didn't
I
even
was
care
like,
what happened.
huh? So
She's
basically,
like, babe, what should I write? He's like, okay, say hi. How are you? She's like, how do I spell that? I don't know. He's like, ended off with like, love you too. And she's like, really? Like, it was so
she's like,
pathetic that he was
I'm
literally
gonna
dictating what she
sign
should be
that.
writing in the text.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you just fucking graduated from Florida State University. Your parents paid God knows how much money. And
Yeah.
you fucking can't write one fucking iMessage?
I
Like,
mean,
really?
whatever. Like I do that with my partner too. I'm like, yo, what should I say in this message? Like I do that a lot, but it's one of those things where it was less about that and more about like, why wouldn't he just say like, you should go talk to her? Like you should go and have a coffee with her and just, he's like, the next thing you got to do is text her. Like what grown adult is like, this is how you resolve the situation.
But that's, yeah,
like,
generation.
I kind of hated the way that he even like just brought, and then he goes on to like tell her to craft this email. I was like, shout out to anybody who is dating or will be dating Robbie in the future. Like this guy knows how to like fucking write like lies.com. He basically said like, write an apology even if you don't mean it. Like
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he's like so like he's a fucking con artist. He literally
he's
is
a
a
con
con
artist. It's so creepy because he's basically teaching her how to be a con artist while they're still together. Like
Yeah.
that means that like if she read between the lines, she'd know that like any message that she gets from him from now on would be just as fucking
There's like a motive to
fake.
it. Yeah.
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 And it's just sketchy to me that he's teaching her this and Juliet doesn't even like realize it. Anyway, whatever. Then there's that Chloe, Cara, Victoria, Madison slumber party that happens.
I was like, who's Victoria?
You're like, oh yeah, Victoria, the new cast member. She like replaced Polly Paul. Yeah. So Madison just talks really quickly about how she misses Ish. Like it's hard to be in a like long distance relationship, and she's like a little sad about that. Cara is confusing the fuck out of Garrett, and like everybody's like, "Yo, you're being so mean to him. You gotta like cut him out. Like don't do that to him." But the big
and
thing
then
that
Amanda
happens,
arrives. This is the best part. Amanda
best thing.
arrives. So okay, the camera's basically sitting on the floor with the girls, and it's
Right.
like Cara, Victoria on one side, and then Madison and Chloe on the other side.
Yeah.
But when Amanda arrives, Victoria's like basically gone out of the frame, and
She
they've replaced
disappeared.
Victoria with Amanda. And I'm like, wait, where did that other girl go? And then
She
it
disappeared.
cuts to it, and she's like in the middle in the back, because
She's
like
in the back
camera
corner.
guy was like, you can't fit into the shot, like you don't belong here.
She's like holding the pizza boxes. Like she's like, I told you Victoria's like not supposed to be in the scene, and the
I
producers
was
are like,
dying.
"Why
I was
are
like, that is
why
so
is
tight.
she-"
They literally told her to move over, let Amanda sit in the middle,
Yeah,
and you sit on the other side.
yeah, for sure. Like if I was Victoria, I'd be like, "Why am I on this show? Like, can
Yeah,
I
I'd be
leave
like,
now?"
fuck that. I'll be outside waiting in the car.
I'm gonna go, or like go live your life somewhere else. Like they obviously don't want you here. Anyway, the one big thing that came out of this moment is Amanda again complains about the fact that she lost her phone and she still thinks that Robbie stole it. But this time, thank you, Siesta Key editors. They gave us a literal flashback where it shows
Yeah.
on camera fucking Robbie literally picking up the
Because
phone and putting it in his pocket.
Amanda's like, there was a part where like she's like, it was my phone was in my hand, my wallet, and I kind of like threw it when I went to grab Juliet,
Yeah.
and it fell like towards Robbie, like wherever he was standing,
Yeah.
and the camera shows fully he bends down, like you
Picks it
don't see the
up.
phone, but like he bent down and grabbed something and like put it away.
Like,
Fucking
you
freak.
fucking sketch bag. Who are you? Get
So
out
what?
of
He
here.
legit stole her phone. Like he's gonna what? Sell it?
I don't.
Like what is he
that's
gonna
what
do with it?
I bet he wanted to use it so he can like open it later and like use it to like, I don't know, use it as blackmail or something if he had to.
Oh, fuck.
That's what these guys think. Like this is what they do. Like this is, I'm sure this is not the first time that he's done this. It was just sketchy, and it's also completely idiotic that he didn't think that there was fucking cameras staring at him.
Yeah, it was
Like
so stupid.
you've been on 2 fucking television shows, reality TV shows, and you didn't realize that like that's when someone thinks that they're that invincible that they can just like do whatever they want even on camera.
Unless they're trying to like edit it in a way where like it's showing that, but then he like gives it back to her later or something. But I don't know.
I mean, Amanda said she lost her phone, so I'm gonna believe that shit.
Yeah,
But I just thought it was
he's a
sketchy.
fucking idiot. If he actually did steal it and there were like 4 cameras there that night, like
Yeah.
you're an idiot. Like you're actually stupid.
Another thing that he denies, which we'll talk about now, is Robbie and Kelsey. Like Kelsey goes over to Robbie's place. First of all, Robbie's place, it looks like a place where people were murdered. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like American Psycho or like
Yeah.
I'm filming a porno.
Like
that's
it
what
looks like the house from Gone Girl, like when she gets kidnapped and
Yeah.
he like keeps her there. Yeah. So aside from that, Kelsey does confront him and say, "Yo, I don't know how to feel about this, but basically Jared came up to me and so did a bunch of other people saying that you were clapping while the fight was happening,
Yeah.
and he fully denies it." And I'm like, that is also on camera. So you are crazy.
So you're stupid.
You're an idiot, and you're also like psychotic. Like, who fully denies something without even thinking
And you
twice?
know what? You know what I hate? And this is he is that guy. The minute she says
He is
that,
that
she's
guy.
like, she's like, you were clapping. He's like, no. He's like, I wasn't. And she's like, but everyone said you were. And he's like, do you trust me? He's like, look at me. He's like, do you
Like,
trust
are
me?
you Aladdin?
I
Get the fuck out
hate
of
when
here.
people say. I hate when guys say that. Like, no, I actually don't trust you. So fuck off. Like,
Exactly.
you're so
it's-
manipulative. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to make her feel bad now that she didn't trust you. That she thought you actually did do that, and she
It's
does feel bad in that
psychotic.
moment. She's like, yeah. She's like, I do trust you. I do trust you. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, until I give you a reason not to trust me. He's like, you trust me. I was like, oh my
Like,
god,
whoa,
fucking psycho.
bro. Like, the one thing that I will say that I can appreciate Kelsey for doing, because I was like, can someone please fucking call him out on this shit?
Yeah, and she
Um,
does. Yeah.
He says 4 lines in this moment, like within 5 seconds, that are literally from the Bachelorette Playbook 101. So the first thing he says is, you got to always take the high road because the low road is so crowded. I'm like, did you get that from a calendar? Like,
And
did
like
you get...
Kelsey's face, like that was the first one. Kelsey was like, all right.
She's like,
cool."
okay.
And
The
then
second
he says
one
the
she
second
says
one.
is silent. Then he says, do you trust me? And I was like, ew, disgusting. Then he says, silence is the best way to react to a fool, and happiness is the best revenge. And she literally
And she's
says,
like,
okay,
"What?"
Buddha. Like, she's like,
yeah, she's
okay.
like, what? Shut the
Like,
fuck up.
First of all, no one asked you for any of these like fucking monumental
But
stories that you're
it's
telling.
not even that. He can't react in a normal way. Like
No.
he can't react with his own emotions to be like, "No, Kelsey, I didn't do that. I didn't do
Yeah.
this."
He's a
He's like
sociopath.
he has to like pull from his Pinterest board of like mental images that
Yeah.
like he's used before, and like that's how he communicates. He's just referencing like old conversations and
Yeah.
calendars that he's seen in the
Yes.
past.
Instagram quotes
That's
that he's seen.
that's like he's a sociopath. Like
He's
100%.
psychotic, guys. I'm saying it right now. If we find out in 10 years from now that he's buried 75 bodies in his backyard, like, don't be surprised.
Yeah.
All right, so that weird moment happens, but let's talk about this big birthday party.
24 carat.
First of all, love
meaning.
the theme.
I
Was
love
amazing.
the theme.
I kind of want to
Yes.
steal it, but like I'm not 24, so like
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
gonna happen. But yeah, it was cute, black and gold, and everybody's just having a good time. Alex comes back, so this is like kind of like ramping up for him showing up. He literally lands in a jet, and 3 blonde chicks just like pop out of nowhere. So he shows up to the party. I again loved Juliette's voiceover in this because she's like, I get it. We're all at a party and I'm not invited. Like she fully like calls herself out, which I thought was amazing. It again shows Brandon and Amanda having like some kissy moments in the pool. And then Cara and Alex quickly have a conversation. He like catches up with her. He's like, yo, what's going on with Garrett? And she says like, well, I don't know. Things are kind of weird. And he says something interesting. And I forgot how much I hated Alex, but he says, you have a hot little evil soul. And I was like, ew, you're so
Yeah.
gross. Like
He's
right
just-
away.
You know what?
So
You know what
gross.
Alex is? He's just such an awkward, like douchebag,
Yeah.
rich kid. Like seeing him with everyone else, like everyone else is having such a good time, like Brandon and Madison
Yeah.
and Amanda, and then he comes in like with his hoes and like he's so awkward. It's like he doesn't
He
know
seems
how
so
to
out of
act.
place. He seems
Yeah,
so
he
out of
doesn't know how to
place.
act in front of the cameras. Like Garrett's having a good time, Jared and Kelsey, everyone's like normal. Like
Lit, yeah.
he doesn't know to play like a normal like humble person or like this like himself, this rich like douchebag guy. Like he
Right.
just seems very very awkward on camera.
Agreed.
And it's like I could see through him. I'm like I feel like he feels so insecure right now and he's trying to pass it off with this like macho
Macho
just
man.
the attitude that he's always had.
For sure.
And his go-to is obviously to talk to Cara.
Right.
And that's probably going to be his like fake storyline this whole season. So
Like they're gonna be like flirting with each other, you think?
yeah, for sure. She's like, take me
Ew.
on your boat. Yeah, I've never been there before. I was like,
Yeah, I
when did
wanna
you want
go
to go
on
on
this
his
boat.
boat? You have a fucking private plane. Like, who cares about a boat?
Yeah, that's true. So then Chloe and Garrett are talking as Cara and Alex are talking. And basically Chloe, even in her drunkenness, is like, yo, don't be stupid, buddy. Like,
Yeah,
look what's happening
she
over
went
there.
in.
She doesn't give a shit about you.
And then
Like-
even Victoria was like, yeah, she's like, listen to Chloe.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on here? Like, you're not
Yeah.
even her Kara's friend right now. What the F?
This poor guy is just getting all the messages and he has like so much faith in Cara. That's why I feel so bad for him. Like he really is like, you know, like, but like, you know, she like calls me in the middle of the night. Like really, like he just really wants that wholesome, good
I believe it.
girl.
I
Like,
just wish he chased her. He should have fucking went to Jersey. He should have like,
he's a
you
dumb
know, he should have done all that. Like then why do you say you love her and like you didn't do all of that shit?
because he doesn't
Like,
know
come
how to follow
on.
through. Like that's just he wants everything in Siesta Key. He just wants to stay there. Anyway, we get a really quick moment with Jared and Kelsey kissing.
Oh yes. He like took her to like the side of like
Yeah.
the party and like I was down for them the whole
Loved it.
episode. I'm like, they are so
Living for
cute.
them. And Garrett and Cara talk and they like lose their minds on each other. She again, like I said, very confused. She's like, do you want to be with me or not? Do you want to be with me or not? Do you want to be she literally says it 17 times in a
Yeah.
row. And he can't even the poor guy is already such a quiet guy. I don't even know how they lasted as long as they did because like she doesn't give him a second to fucking speak. Like he was like,
And that's the thing, she's like, are you trying? What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah.
What did you say? What do you Okay, but like first A, let him respond. And
Yeah.
number two, you were just the one asking him. Like you were just the one saying, like, should we
Yeah.
see other people? I don't really want to like he's the one asking you to go see his friend and the baby. Like Like, if he didn't want you to be with him, he wouldn't fucking ask you that. So for her to, it's like she's asking the question that she should be asking herself. But instead she's
Exactly.
just asking it to him, and he's like, "Bro, you already know my answer." Like
But
he's
it's
like, "You're
funny
not even
because
letting me answer."
she does say it in this episode too. I think she says it to Victoria or somebody, and she's like, I don't want to be the only villain in this breakup. Like she's like, I don't want to be the bad guy to break it off. And I'm like, unfortunately, that is the reality of life. Like somebody needs to break up with someone if you're not happy with the situation that you have. Like it doesn't always have to end up in a fight. And I think that for her, if she got something out of him that was like, tell me why you are annoyed by me, like that's what she's trying to get out of him, and he's not getting there because he does care about her and he thinks that everything can
100%.
work itself out, and
Yeah.
she just wants to let go of him, but she doesn't know how to properly like
Yeah.
woman up and be like,
Yeah. She
no,
can't
I
be
don't
the
want to be
bad
with you.
person. Yeah,
Yes.
for
Yeah.
sure.
She doesn't want to take all the blame for this ending. But she should just bite the bullet. Anyway, I'm sure she does eventually. And then another scene that happens is basically Alex like reams fucking
I
Robbie.
did like this scene though. I really did like this scene cuz
Yeah, it was
leave it
intense.
to Alex to like rip this guy another asshole, and he was
Yeah,
basically like talking to Kelsey, who I think is really the one person that has to hear it, because everyone else pretty much knows how shady Robbie is, and like Chloe's like, yeah, I already know. So
right.
Kelsey's like, I want to make my own judgments about him. Like I don't know him fully yet. Like until he does something shady to me, like I'm gonna whatever trust him. And Alex is like, no, he's a fucking like scumbag. He's only with Juliet because she has the most Instagram followers. He's like, she has
Yeah,
more followers than you, than me, than Chloe. He's
yeah,
like, she's like the highest one, whatever. He's like, it only makes sense that like he's doing it for that, obviously.
right.
And then even when Kelsey's like, I don't know, maybe not. He looks at Chloe, not even at Kelsey.
Yeah.
And he's like, she's a fucking idiot. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like,
Oh,
it was such a dismissive way to say something.
yeah, it was pretty
Because
tight.
he doesn't even look at her and say, he looks at Chloe. Like, he's like, who the fuck is this
Yeah,
dumbass? Like, he's not even listening to what I'm saying to her.
yeah.
But I mean, it does sound like he knows who Robbie really is, and like a scumbag can call a scumbag out. Like they know each other, so
That's true. That's a good point.
they speak the same language, you know.
Yeah.
So
The one thing that I will say about Alex is like, yeah, he might be completely valid and true, but why can't he just like speak like a normal person?
I
Instead
know,
of calling people stupid and being like, "Are you fucking dumb?" Like, can't you just say like, "If you don't believe me, then don't believe me, but I'm telling you right now." Like,
but the way he said that, J Lag, is like you see his privilege in the way he says it, in his
yeah,
tone,
yeah,
in the way
yeah.
he doesn't look at her in the in her
Condescending.
face, like condescending. Like it's just that's the person that he is.
Yeah, for
Otherwise, you
sure.
wouldn't say it like that. You would say no, like you would say it in a nicer way. Just the way he said it was so disgusting and like dismissive.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm really interested to see how this all goes down because we know that Robbie and Juliet do break up eventually. I wonder if Alex has something to do with it.
I don't think so. I don't think
It
so.
just like falls apart on its
I
own.
think I think it probably falls apart on its own. I'm sure she probably was like, this guy's kind of weird, and let me just get out of this before it gets really awkward." And
Right.
because it does look like they're still cordial.
Yeah.
Um,
But they could be doing it for the show. They could be doing it like fake doing it for all we know. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like knowing these people at this point. Um yeah, so the final scene that we see is Juliet finally going to see Chloe in person. And it's really funny because the voiceover says she's like, I was just so terrified. I couldn't sleep because of this police report and I got so scared. But then to Chloe's face, she's like, I don't even care about the police report. I just care about like our friendship. Like she said it like 7 times to make her feel reassured.
Also, can we just talk about how they were standing like 10 feet
Yeah.
apart in between? Like, they were both standing on the side of like this big like
Yeah.
plant. And I'm like, why are you guys standing like that? Like, come closer.
Yeah, it's all like angles for the cameras, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah.
always stand so far away when they're having like these really intense moments. So she does apologize. She's like, I'm so sorry. She's like I said, she's like, I don't really care about the police report. I just care about like our friendship. So Chloe's like, no, but I don't believe you. Like, I think that you're like lying at this point. And it's funny because I wonder what she said about this episode once it aired, because it does show that Juliet was like fucking scared of like, going to jail. Like that was her big thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the very end of it all, Chloe's like, I don't accept your apology. Like, come back when you actually like give a shit. And that's kind of how it ends. And that's the episode. That's it.
That shit.
Let's get into our recap roundups.
Recap roundups.
Best moment.
What was your best moment?
I think my best moment, just because I think it was like the juiciest and like the funniest, other than because you did my other one, but it was when Alex was talking to Kelsey and Chloe about Robbie being fake and like all of that kind of stuff, and it was just funny to see like Alex come in so hard, and right away he was like, "This is my opinion." And if you don't agree, you're a motherfucking idiot. So
for sure. My best moment is gonna go to Kelsey and Jared dirt biking. Is it called dirt biking? Moped biking? Like whatever that is, but
dirt biking. I think it's dirt.
ATVing. Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, ATVing. Yeah. Like dirt ATVing.
Dirt ATVing. But whatever. That was a cute moment. I like it.
Dirt.
They were cute together.
WTF moment.
What was your WTF moment?
WTF moment, I think, has to go to the, like yours is the same, the flashback of Robbie actually stealing Michael's phone, because I honestly didn't think that was real. I was like, there's no way he's an idiot. Like, he would never steal a phone. Like, no, this fucking douchebag fully bent over in his tight ass shorts and like picked up the iPhone. I was like, wow.
So sketchy, man. He's such a fucking creeper.
Like, after you just bought your girlfriend a motherfucking flat screen, you had to go get the iPhone because you got to pay for the flat screen? Is that why?
No, I think he was more diabolical in his decision of doing that. Like, he did it because he wanted to fuck somebody over in the future. He's all about power, this psychopath.
But that's not even fucking someone over. Like, it's like what a grade 5er would do to fuck someone over.
Yeah, you're talking about a guy who came to a fucking housewarming party with a gigantic TV. Like, we're talking about a child right now. He's a fucking psycho.
MVP.
Yeah. Who's your MVP?
MVP, I think, is gonna go to Kelsey for just, I think she played the middle ground perfectly this episode between, Madison and Chloe, and then Juliet. I think she did the perfect thing of like telling Juliet, like, yo, man up, go apologize. And I also love the fact that she called out Robbie on his bullshit on his stupid ass Pinterest like motivational lines.
Thank God somebody did, because I was like, someone needs to believe. Like, someone can't be behind this shit. It'll be interesting to see if Kelsey like changes her tune as the season goes. Like, maybe she finds something sketchy about like Robbie.
Sure
maybe she's she's the reason why Juliet breaks up with him. Like, I don't know. That'd be interesting.
Maybe.
Like, if I'm talking about like fake storylines meeting like fiction, like I'd be down for that. My MVP is gonna go to Madison I think for the most part, she stayed out of all the drama this episode. We didn't really even talk about her and Brandon.
What happened with her? And can I ask you, like, did you really like her in that moment? Because I kind of was like, why is she asking about this to him? Like, she should just stay away and like not.
I think that she is just trying to be an earnest person in that moment, and she was trying to just say, she wasn't trying to like poke anything, but I think that it is one of those things where you don't know somebody's intention. You don't know if they're just trying to flash a new relationship in your face. You guys just like, you guys have history. I think that anybody in a situation like her would want to just like olive branch it and try to just have a cordial conversation. But I feel like his response was completely valid too. I think that him saying what he said to her is completely valid. As much as I usually am very frustrated with what he says to her, I was like, yeah, that's totally fair. You guys just can walk away from this and be like, it is what it is. She said her piece, you say your piece. Let's move on now. Like, you need to like be okay the next time you guys see each other. No hard feelings, nothing. So yeah, it was, I didn't think that it was malicious in any way, what she said, but for the most part, this episode, I think she tried to relay information to Juliet. She did stay out of the drama, but she was like, she warned Juliet, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's why she's my MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
LVP. Who's your LVP?
LVP, I think, is going to be the same as yours, and you put down Cara. So I would definitely agree.
Yeah.
Just because I definitely feel like she's been acting irrational this season.
Yeah.
She hasn't been acting like the girl that I thought she was in like last season.
Agreed.
And she's kind of like irking me a little bit, and like she's really annoying. And I think she just be honest with herself and be like, Garrett, we're done.
Yeah.
like cut the cord.
100%.
But she can't do that, and I don't know. She's just not as confident as I thought she was.
Yeah, agreed. I'm a little disappointed in her character right now, and I like I said, I think that we broke down her as a person pretty accurately. I think it's coming a lot out of fear and not really knowing what she really wants and not knowing how to accept happiness and love. But like that's her journey. She needs to figure out her own.
And there's this like innate thing where like, and I get it because they are really young too, right? But there's this thing where like as soon as like when girls always sometimes try to act tough too.
Yeah.
So the minute Victoria was like, ooh, he's trying to like boo you up and like trying to like make you like baby mama, she's like, oh no, like, I don't want kids, like I don't want to like he's done. And I'm like, that sounds pretty nice though. Like he's trying to like, you know, like he wants to love you, he wants to like whatever. Yeah, you don't have to have kids tomorrow, but it's like this quick reaction of, no, I don't want that.
She's not speaking.
You don't want that right now.
She's not speaking from
you don't
someone
want that right now.
Who like is being honest with herself, I think.
Yeah.
Like she really isn't being honest with herself. I think if she really pulled it back, all she really wants is a simple life and someone who like loves her and cares about her. Is she gonna learn that too late before Garrett moves on? Yeah, probably. Like it happens.
Yeah. The best line.
What was your best line?
Best line I think is gonna go to Cara when Alex walks in, and she's like, "Can we?" Like she's like, "Just can we look at Alex?" He's like, "Ass, bitches."
yeah. Because he literally
Like,
walks
I
in
didn't
with
get
like
it.
fucking four.
I didn't get it, but I died. I was dead. I was like, "What is she seeing?"
So
She was totally drunk too.
Yeah, everybody was drunk. Everybody's always drunk on the show.
But it was a good time. Like no one really fought. Like it was a good party.
It was a good time. My best line is gonna go to Garrett, and he says it at the very beginning, and it reminds me of how like Garrett can be like, you know, I think for the most part he's like bowing, like he doesn't really have a bit of a like much of a personality, but when it does come through, you're like, he's so cute. So he says something where when he's inviting Cara to see the baby, and he's like, yeah, just like let me know, because I mean obviously it's a baby, so I don't know its schedule. And then they start giggling together, and I just thought it was so cute. I was like, he's got jokes. Like that's such a cute thing to say.
Definitely, like the Garrett that we met in season 1, episode 1, is not the same Garrett that we see now. He's so much more confident.
Yeah.
But like obviously, like has still so much to go. Like but he's cute, man. He's really
so cute. What a cutie. But we have one on Twitter that we really want to quickly talk about. From @Becca Coffee. She says her MVP was Madison. Her LVP was Robbie and Alex. Her best lines were, silence is the best way to react to a fool, and happiness is the best revenge. Her WTF moment is Robbie saying he never clapped when he did. And her best moment is Kelsey and Jared's date and the kissing scene at the end.
Oh yeah.
So cute.
Definitely, I think I'm really excited to see the dynamic between Alex and Robbie this season.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely like two really like type A male, like macho, douchey guys going head to head.
Yeah.
So I don't think Alex has ever had that competition like that on this show. So to see him go through that with Robbie is gonna be really like exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Like, lots of drama.
It'll be interesting to see if like he can actually like put his money where his mouth is. Like if Robbie can actually step forward and be like, yeah. Fuck this guy, you know what I mean? Or if he's just gonna be a little bitch.
Bitch.
That is the episode. I would like to take this time to thank our patrons of the episode. Our Rewinder squad, White, Nicole, Faith. Our Lit Rewinders, Tina, Ann, Sarge, Serena, Slay, Kate, Jessica. And our Mommy Rewinders, Becca, Sarah, Tamala, and Grace.
Thanks, guys. And if you would like to join our Patreon family, check us out at patreon.com/recap_rewind. If you join, you'll get access to all things Recap Rewind, exclusive content, and updates.
And also make sure you guys are checking us out on all of our socials, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. You can also find us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, and iTunes. Like, subscribe, follow, review, and comment to stay engaged with us at Recap Rewind. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.